Hey guys, I am still experimenting with my positioning of the camera. So let me know how this one goes, if this is better than the how how I usually do it. And please disregard my scratches on the table. This table is over 100 years old and I still have not refinished it, so all right, so today's reading will be check up on the energies between you and your soulmate or your twin flame. Depends on your soul connection. I would say soulmate because twin flames are soulmates too. Maybe not a soulmate, it's more like a split soul, but still, so I'll just say soulmates. I will be using Sacred Rebels Oracle deck to clarify. Whoops, camera. Okay, I'll need to be a little bit more mindful of that. Then Wisdom of the House of Night. Love that one. God, I cannot pick it up. Dark Mirror Oracle cards. Love these for shadow work. Amazing. My Oracle cards, these supplemental little ones that you can purchase in my Etsy shop that is listed down below in the description. And the Monology cards. I think I'll use them for advice or something. All right, and for the tarot part, I will be using the Tarot Illuminati deck, which will be the first one, and the second one is the traditional Rider-Waite. By the way, I'm a little sick, so I cough sometimes. I hope that will not bother you guys. Let me know in the comments whether you have any questions for me in regards to how I read, what I do before I read, in regards to what the angels are, who they are, how to appeal to them, in regards to what I think about soulmates, twin flames, any questions that you might have for me, put them down in the comment section, because I'm going to be doing an introduction video, and I would like to touch upon like different topics that people left me comments on, but I would also like to answer some more questions. So anything, you can ask me anything about my life and I will choose whether to answer it or not, but it's best to ask, right? So let's start with the reading. This is a general checkup, energy checkup on what's going on between you and your soulmate. And most likely it is a soulmate union, either in separation or there is something that's going on that is not, where you are not communicating, where you might be in conflict, where let me think, maybe long distance situation, maybe yeah, so one of those. I'll give you a moment to choose your pile. This is pile number 1 with Shiva Lingam. and pile number 2 with angelite. All right, let's start with pile number 1, deck number 1. All right, Shiva Lingam. We'll put him back here. Like trying to figure out how not to mess with this camera so that it does not shake or anything. All right, so let's figure out the energy between my group 1 viewer and their soulmate. If there is any conflict, any separation, no communication, little communication, long distance, any other question that my viewer might have about their soulmate that might potentially bother them. All right. So let us start on their feelings towards you. And we will do 3 cards for the feelings for you. 3 cards, the soulmate's feelings for my viewer. 2 and 3. Very good cards. Card in the end, that's what I meant. This is what it is. There definitely has been some sort of conflict. And right now your soulmate is feeling like they need to put all their feelings on kind of like on the back burner. And think and feel through this conflict that you had with them. But in general, it feels to me like they still consider you that emotional fulfillment that they would like to have a family with, to be together with. You're that last cup that might fulfill their life. However, right now they are thinking, meditating, stepping back. They need some time away. They need some time to recuperate. If they are still with you, if you're not separated, then they need some quiet time. They need to probably step away from the conflict and feel through this, what happened between the two of you. So let me clarify the 4 of Swords. Let me clarify the 4 of Swords. Why is the 4 of Swords here? The feelings of the soulmate for my viewer. Why is the 4 of Swords here? The feelings of my soulmate, of my viewer for their soulmate. My goodness, what am I saying? The feelings of my viewer's soulmate for them. There we go. my viewers, soulmate for my viewer. Conclusion. Chapter 1. The end of chapter 1. They're definitely stepping away. They're definitely mending themselves. They're trying to figure out how to proceed. Right now, this is even giving me a feeling that they are just enjoying their time alone and enjoying this retreat. They are enjoying just trying to be on their own, trying to calm down, trying to meditate, trying to think, trying to kind of grasp the end of this chapter 1. This is the chapter 1, by the way. This is not the ending of the book. This is just the end of this chapter. And because there is this 10 of Cups here, that's how I feel like it is temporary. It is not going to last forever, but they need this time alone right now. Let me clarify the 5 of Swords. Why is the 5 of Swords here? The soulmate's feelings for my viewer from group number 1. Soulmates, their soulmate's feelings for my viewer. Complicated. Yeah, they're thinking about what happened. They're thinking about this conflict that transpired between the two of you. And it's complex. They need to definitely feel it through. They need to definitely think about this, step away, give them space, give them some time. Let's clarify the 10 of Cups. Although 10 of Cups is so self-explanatory to me, but still, let's see what this is about. 10 of Cups as the feeling of the soulmate for my viewer from group number 1. The feelings of the soulmate for my viewer from the group number 1. Why is 10 of Cups here? Listening. Darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. So this is my conclusion for their feelings. And it's really great. They still feel like you are their fulfillment. Like you are their cup of love. You are their destiny. And because they understand that this darkness that happened does not always equate to the end of the world, or to the end of the relationship. But they still need to think about it and figure it out. And it's good because it will help them to be a much better partner for you. So there it is in terms of the feelings. Let's take a look at how they see you. Alright, how does the soulmate of my group number 1 viewers sees them? How do they see them? Three cards, please. How do they see you? How do they see? 3 cards, please. 1, 2, somewhere here, 3. Oh, look at that. Okay. They see you as somebody who will probably be making a choice or very much self-explanatory. They see you as their lover, as their wish fulfillment. However, there is a definite choice here. There is definitely something that there is a duality in this particular deck. There is a duality. And they see you as somebody who's kind of standing at this crossroads. And definitely as their lover. All right. They see you as somebody who's moving on to calmer waters. They're moving on to something a little bit more stable, mental clarity and mental calm. Somebody who is ready to put down the swords. To put down the swords. They are seeing you as somebody who they can cooperate with. Cooperate and build a very stable foundation for the future. I like that. That's a nice way. This is a nice reading so far. I feel like something just happened between the two of you where either a conflict or most likely a conflict of sorts that requires some time alone. And maybe you need some time alone as well to consider things, to look for guidance from your angels and from your spirit team. Meditate and pray. Let's take a look at their intentions in the next 2 months. So by the end of this summer. Although, when does summer end? I think in the end of September. So let's do that. By the end of September. What are their intentions towards you by the end of September 2019? What is the soulmate's intention towards my group number 1 people? 3 cards, please. 3 cards. What is their intention? 2, 3. Okay. All right. Okay. Good intentions here. So, despite this Prince of Wands, who's a little bit an unruly energy, kind of back and forth thing, I'm seeing that despite holding on to some past, something in the past they're holding on. So what I'm thinking is going to happen here. First, they're going to show up and feel out the ground, the soil. See where they can step and where they cannot step. They're holding on to that feeling that the conflict gave them, and they are not letting go of it just yet. That's why I'm thinking there is this a bit of an unstable energy, but it's a positive energy. It's a good positive energy. It's just kind of, they will be feeling it out. They will be testing the waters, right? And then once they're ready, there's that cup. There's that beautiful cup of emotion that they're going to offer you. And that is going to happen before the end of the summer. Could be happening tomorrow, or could be happening September the 22nd. So I'm definitely seeing something really positive going on here. Let me see. No, let's leave this for later. Let me clarify just 2 cards in general, their intention before the end of the summer 2019. Just 2 cards and in general clarification for these energies, please. 2 cards. 1, 2. Okay, Priestess of Water, going with the flow, testing out the waters, feeling it out, seeing how the emotions are going. Forbidden. So what I'm seeing here, we'll clarify this forbidden. But to me it seems like right now they're very apprehensive. They are apprehensive, but they are eventually, and then there is this apprehension card as well. A bit of a, to me this signifies apprehension. So they are apprehensive. There is something that's forbidden, but they're going to test the waters. They're going to fill it out and bring that cup of love and open the gates for your relationship to start over again. Okay, so let's take a look at what their shadow is telling us. What is going on with the soulmate in terms of my viewer? Their shadow, please. What's going on right now during this meditation, contemplation that they're going through? What is their shadow telling us? Two cards, please. 1, 2. All right, gilded regret. Oh, obsession. Okay, so definitely regret going on here. Something happened. Something's on their mind. Something is frustrating them. Something's bothering them. They are going through some tough time, maybe regretting how the things turned out between the two of you. Maybe obsessing a little bit too much over this situation. That's what their shadow is telling us. Regretting and obsessing. Let us see what the light is going to tell us. What is their message towards you right now? 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 You make me whole. Remember that cup, the 10 of cups. Yeah, you definitely fulfill them. You make them whole, you make them happy. There is something that they see in you that they don't see in anybody else. Despite conflicts, despite any bitterness, despite anything, they still see you as their fulfillment. You still make them feel good about they're still in love with you, basically. All right, let's take a look at the advice for you, my dear viewer. Advice for my viewer. Please, advice for my viewer in terms of their soulmate. Advice for my viewer in terms of their soulmate. Advice for my viewer in terms of their soulmate. One. Advice for my viewer in terms of their soulmate. Power of attraction. So the advice here is believe in the power of attraction. You guys have a very strong connection. Look, these two are soulmates here. They hold the light together. They are in a union. They are attracted, massively attracted to each other. There is this emotional feminine energy, and there is this very strong grounded masculine energy. You belong to each other. You belong together. I like this reading. Gorgeous. Don't let your past hold you back. Yeah, don't attach to your past too much. If something happened between the two of you, and I would really love to know whether anything has happened between the two of you that had happened, that caused that conflict or separation or anything, or gosh, I'm losing my mind. Anyway, but don't focus on the conflict. Focus on the positivity and the future together, because you guys clearly have it for each other. All right. Please let me know how this reading resonated with you, and book a personal reading with me for more clarity on your personal situation, because these are general readings. You do gain some clarity from these, but you definitely get more from personal readings. So there is a just description down below. It has my email, and you can email me and request your reading. So let us go on to group number 2, Angelite. All right, group number 2. What is your soulmate up to? So the feelings of my group number 2 viewers, soulmates, for them. The feelings of my group number 2 viewers, soulmates, for them. two. Oh. Oh. Okay, this is how this, I'm hearing this in my head right now. They felt very strongly for you. There's an Ace of Cups here. No, you know what? No, they do feel very strongly for you now. Something happened that made them realize this. And perhaps they were not very serious about you before. But something happened that made them have this aha moment, made them destroy their previous patterns of thinking about you and feeling about you, and there is suddenly this overwhelming cup of love. And stability and celebration here. Let's clarify. I want to know more. Very interesting. You see, sometimes the Tower is a very good omen. So let's see more. My group 2 viewers. My group 2 viewers, please. My group 2 viewers. Can you please clarify the 4 of Wands as their soulmate's feelings for my viewers, group number 2? You see, there is a cycle here. So cycle ended. You probably got to know each other, or maybe you separated, and suddenly they realized, oh my God, I am actually in love with this person. And suddenly they realized that you are it. All right. Please clarify the Ace of Cups for my viewers, group number 2, their soulmate's feelings for them. Their soulmate's feelings for them. The Moon. Hiding it. They're hiding it. They're not opening up. Not opening it up yet. They want to hide it for now. Let's see the Tower. What is this Tower here in the feelings of the soulmate for my group number 2 viewer? What is this Tower here about? Oops. Okay, too many cards. Please, one card, just one card. Okay. Not taking fallouts. They know we're not taking fallouts. Okay, so forbidden. The group number 1 just got forbidden. I think it was in the house, in the intentions. Forbidden. Separation. There was a separation. You guys probably separated. No communication, a very little communication, and they are realizing that, what the heck, now that it's forbidden, I am in love, right? Is that how it happens? It's very funny. Sorry, I constantly hit my camera with my head. Okay, so let's take a look at how they see you. How does the soulmate of my group number 2 viewer see them? How does the soulmate of my group number 2 viewer sees them? All right, 3 cards. 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Turn your back on them. That's how they see you. You might not necessarily have turned your back on them, but that's how they see you. They see you as this person who, a very strong personality here. Perhaps a little bit manipulative, but I wouldn't say that. It's more in the reverse that it would be manipulative energy. But here I see a strong personality, a person who was able to turn their feelings around. And somebody who was a little bit harsh, probably, with them. Maybe a little bit too rushed with their words. And you might not see yourself like that, but that's how they definitely see you. All right. Let us clarify. Let us clarify the Magician first. The Magician. Let me just clarify the Magician for this group. How they see you. Again, in this sense, the Moon. In this sense, this card talks to me about some hidden powers, maybe spirituality, maybe a strong personality who is able to manifest things, who's able to turn somebody else's energy around. A very interesting energy going on here. All right, so let's see what their intention towards you is. What is the soulmates of my viewers' intention towards them by the end of the summer, which is late September? So within this period of time, July, August, September, what are their intentions? What are they going to do towards my viewer? What are they intending to do towards my viewer? 3 cards, please. 1, 2, 3. Slow progression. 2. Oh. 3. Very slowly get over this darkness. Get over this kind of like a betrayal sort of energy here. Or maybe a heartbreak, but not in your usual sense where they loved you and then they, you know, something happened. Because clearly their feelings were not as strong for you before you guys separated. So here I'm looking at them as kind of like somebody who's been struck to death by a lightning. You know, they need to get over it and very slowly but surely move towards you. Figure it all out and move towards you. And cooperate. They definitely want to talk about it. This is not a card of communication necessarily. It's more like cooperating with somebody, which involves communication, of course. And here they're talking to each other, but it's more about, let's talk how we can make it work. Can we make it work? Let's figure it out. I suddenly have these feelings for you, but it was really unexpected and strange. So I need to figure out how we can go on together, right? So let me clarify this with 2 cards. Let's do just general clarification with 2 cards of their intentions by the end of summer. Of their intentions by the end of summer. One, 2. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. Wishing to start over again. Wishing for a new start. Wishing to learn. The fledgling means start over and learn. Learn about this new connection. Learn about this new emotion, this new love. What is it about? Why is this person making me feel? And wishing for probably a better future. This is like the wishing well here. Yeah, that's their intention, which is great. Give them time. They will be very slow. Very slow. And they are confused. So let's take a look at their shadow. I want to see what their shadow is going to tell me about this connection with you. What is the soulmate shadow telling me, telling us about this connection with my viewer number 2 group number 2? My goodness. I get lost in translation there, right? So, group number 2 viewer, what is the shadow of their soulmate telling us about this connection? 2 cards, please. 1, 2. Downcast pride. There you go. See? They were probably coming on to you as a player. Were not serious, very serious, and then it hit them. And there you go, there's their pride going down the drain. Anger and chains. So most likely this pride produced, and the feelings for you that they're experiencing produced some sort of upheaval in their emotions, you know, and they feel that like they're changed right now. They cannot do anything because they don't understand where all that came from. And maybe you're kind of keeping them at a distance, or they feel like you're keeping them at a distance, and it's not making them feel very good. Their shadow is protesting. All right, let's see what their message towards you is. So the soulmates of my group number 2 viewer, feelings, a message to them, message from the soulmate. I'll take this one because this definitely resonates. This is so painful. They're going through some painful experience. There was the 10 of Swords there. All right, one more card. Message. I have choices. Okay. Well, what this is telling me is they are rebellious. There's definitely anger. They want to go and take a look at some choices, but they have feelings for you, and the feelings are causing them pain and some kind of wound to their pride. There is a wound to their pride, which is really, really painful. So let's see, because they will be approaching you very slowly. They will probably see somebody else, or maybe go on a date, or maybe talk to somebody else. But not to worry. I feel like their feelings for you are very strong. Let's see what the advice for you. Please give advice to the viewer number 2, group number 2. Oh my God, my throat is killing me. Advice for the viewer from group number 2 in terms of this soulmate of theirs. One card. Heaven sent. There you go. That's your confirmation. It's heaven sent. This is a preordained connection that you guys have. So they can go and look at their choices all they want. And you know what? Maybe it's even best if they do look at somebody else, if you guys are separated, which the whole reading kind of showed me that you guys might be separated. So if you guys are separated and they say that they have choices, right, and they want to go and talk to a few people and see what kind of choices they have, don't worry about it. This is heaven sent. It's preordained. You guys will be together. I think it's not the end of it yet. They just realized it, that they have this very strong feeling for you. One more advice for my number 2 group viewer. Group number 2 viewer. Why can't I put my words together? You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Full moon in Virgo. Interesting. Either after the full moon or during the Virgo season, they might contact you. I feel like this is going to happen either after the full moon or during the full moon, because the emotions run high during the full moon, or during the Virgo season. And you are good enough. You're perfect. You're wonderful. You are great. And they just realized it. It was like a bulb in their head. All right. Please do comment if this resonated. I would love to read your comments. I would love to know what you think. Definitely order private reading with me, because private readings will give you a much more detailed overlook of what's going on between the two of you. And have a wonderful day. I will talk to you guys very soon.